Sometimes when I make decisions, I make it as if I'm stupid. But I know I make these decisions because of people. I've seen a whole lot of people, you know, they have developed psychological problem. All right, guys, we live therapy section. This is one of the programs I'll be running very soon because of I'm done with. I've done up to like 10 interviews concerning sports, entertainment, politics. I've done up to like um, I've done up to like 10 movies as well. Please, pardon the noise. It's just coming from my environment. I have done 10 interviews concerning sports, entertainment, and politics. So far, so good. You can check that on my shorts. And I've also done what's it being called? I've also done 10 short movies. Yeah, because it's more making sense when you mix up your contents. So the interview is about sports, entertainment, politics strictly. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, apart from the other ones that have actually been on my YouTube earlier before now. Then going forward, what is it being called? Please, going forward, I had to create a short film. Going forward, I had to create a short film, and the short film was about a content that is more real and more valuable. I don't know. I think I'm because of the psychological problem that is going on in Nigeria. I'm thinking of creating a therapy section. You know, so if you have a problem, just bring in your problems. Trust me, I have an antidote for you. We'll just have to go through your problems all over and all over again. And then when we go through your problems all over and all over again, and then when we go through your problems, I have one or two tips to give to you just to guide you to move past that problem, which is a challenge to you. And after that, I also have what is being called, and I don't I also I no carefully, just carefully. I also have an antidote too to give to you. That antidote is not like I'm talking about physical drugs, all of that. No, but I'm talking about if I have your problems being given to me, I can reassess it and give you an advice towards how you can move past that problem. Now, be it if that problem is a physical one that is coming straight to you or is a psychological one. That's what I'm trying to say. I can deal with the physical one by telling you how to move past that challenge. If it is also a psychological challenge that is coming to you, I also have what is it being called? I also have psychological advices to give to you so that you can move past that particular mental distress. um the reason why too many people in our society today the reason why too many persons in our society today are living in fear is because of how to navigate their challenges in life. Some of these challenges, they come as spiritual challenges, they come as physical challenges, they come as as psychological challenges, just spiritual and physical. Let me put it that way entirely. And you're coming from an environment where you have more people who have these problems, and you don't know about it till they actually infect you with it, and then you are somebody that you're not born with that problem. Some people are born with this problem, and it's okay for them to be in that circle because at the end of the day it's not really a problem to them. But you yourself, now, do you understand me, that you're not born but you yourself, that you're not born with that problem, if they infect you with that problem, is much of a challenge for you to move beyond it's much of a challenge for you to move beyond that problem. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that is why therapists, they are being created just like medical practitioners are being created to to take care of your well-being. I'm talking about your well-being, like your health issues. And they also have pharmacists, which are the ones that actually prescribe drugs to you. and it goes on and on and on and on and on. I think some people can see me because I think some people cannot see me. Okay, so we're here now. Please, I need you guys to write in the problems that you have, be it anyone, please, so I can come in and look for a way to support you. You understand? So I can come in and support you. All right. So I noticed one person has liked. Please, you guys should throw in your comments, please. I beg of you, so I can go through. I can go through them, and I can know how to know you, your problems. Don't be shy to say your problem. Just some psychological problems could be very, very what's it being called? It could be very, very depressing, and because of the publicity. Some people don't intend bringing out these problems in public because life is actually a public thing. But you as a person, you can actually feel free to take my number from my status on my YouTube page. That's my WhatsApp number. That's my WhatsApp number. I have my WhatsApp number on my YouTube status. So just get the WhatsApp number, DM me. I also use it on Telegram as well, which is what I wanted to explain earlier. So DM me and look for a way how you can get across, like, just me and detail your problems to me. So you can DM me about your problems, and then you can see how we can work about it. That's for one. Then is for why I said the one I just said now is for some people who don't like to bring out their, their personal problems to the public. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's just for some people who don't like bringing out their personal problems to the public. And further ado, as for so many persons that are very, very confident enough to bring out these problems in public and say, this is what I'm going through. Maybe I'm having financial issues, or let me say, my neighbor or somebody in my working place is actually, giving me should I say a tough time. I have some people also in my churches that are not actually helping me to build my faith. Whatever, see, whichever of these problems you have, as far as it's a physical problem, please feel free to bring in these problems. Um, further ahead, if you have ones that are actually psychological, maybe you're thinking about something that is not there, or you find yourself talking to yourself too many times, or better still, should I say, you doing these things. Do you understand me? And you want to actually cut off because you find yourself doing it even when they are not there. That means you're getting addicted to it. So if you're having addiction with these people simply because they are supporting you financially, which has now, from they looking out for you to they trying to destroy you, it is now a psychological addicted to those things. Even if it's drugs, it doesn't have to be specifically alcohol or smoking, cigarette or anything like that. It doesn't have to be alcohol, cigarettes. Come through and say your problem as a very, very experienced person with life, and the definition of God has opened my eyes and has taught me too many things about life. So if you have any problem that is a psychological problem or just mere physical, if you have any problem that is a psychological problem or just mere physical problem, please feel free to bring it in. Okay, there's a whole lot of things I can share with you. I can build you with, I can guide you, I can encourage you with, I can even build your self-esteem by helping you to solve this problem. Your motivations as well. I can't give you drugs to boost your immune system, but I can help you to go about that in case you have low immune system. I can't give you money to buy malaria drugs or anything like that, but I can give you tips on how to beat past these problems. So, like I said, whether it's just a mere physical problem or it's a psychological problem, please bring in your questions. Feel free to take my number from my YouTube. Feel free to take feel free to take my number, which is actually my WhatsApp number from my YouTube. What is it being called? For my YouTube status, and then reach out to me. So once you have an opportunity of reaching out to me, I will do everything humanly possible to help you solve these problems because I have been in a circle where I had too many problems, and sometimes I got too confident and I feel I could solve them. But the people who had an opportunity of speaking with me saw that these problems can actually be solved. So they came through and they helped me one way or the other.
Sometimes I felt they were not actually doing a good job to, they supporting me and all of that. Till it got to a point where I realized that they have solved my problem, but I had a bigger problem, which I didn't know what that was until this moment. So even from that time, I knew that they have actually created an impact in my life. So if these people has given me an opportunity to grow as a person, it is very moral and literally very okay for me to come in and say, please bring in your problems. Let me see what I can do for you. Do you understand? That is what life is all about. You learn from your experience, you grow from it, you build yourself and you build other people. So please feel free to bring in whether you have I told you I can't give you medications to solve your health issues, but I can give you, you know, a tip. You understand? You can use as an antidote to guide yourself morally as a person. Um, if if you lack self confidence, I've seen people who have that. Um, they lack say, okay, let me use the first term, self motivation. I've seen a friend who said she actually have she and I've dated someone before in my past those days when the person actually said the same thing to this friend of mine done in this, which is actually very very true. I stand with that. Very very done in this, which is actually very very true. I stand with that. Very very which I stand with that because it's very, very true and very, very correct. The reason why that is very, very correct is because I've been an experimental tool to that quote. Do you understand? It has builded me in so many ways I can't even really mention. So if you have any problems that is actually very, very disturbing to you, please, like I said before, and I'm still saying now, feel free to come in with your like I said before, and I'm still saying now, feel free to come in with your problems, whichever way I can give you tips, or should I say morally advise you about this, me, I'll come in and do that because that is why you have people with large experiences. The age, it's not by age, it's about the will of God. What God has wanted in this world, because no matter how people carry it theoretically, we have to come to this world was created by a being that we don't see, and there are diverse religions in the world, and people grow through these religions. They build their faith through these religions, which is very very spiritual. So like I said earlier, if you feel if you feel there is something that is more very very disturbing to you or very very inconveniencing to you as a person, whether it is physical, spiritual, or psychological, please feel free to come in and trust me. There's actually an antidote I have for you. It might not be money, it might not even be drugs, but trust me, what I will say to you is literally what you want or what you will need to beat past that problem. Too many people are living in this world with too many problems and they don't know how to go about it. They just feel life is all about pop music, watching televisions. The world is place because as a person you have to build yourself, you have to engage yourself morally with people who love you. I've actually, like I said earlier, I've actually been in a relationship with someone in my past said the same thing to me. She said, I have the person said to me that I have low self-motivation, which is actually very bad. It could cause sudden death, early death. It could actually affect the person more even psychologically than the problem is already. It could actually disturb the person's health and well-being, compose you entirely as a person. It could distort that person. It could destroy that person. So you as a person living in this world and you have very low self-motivation, it's not something you have to boost your immune system about. It's a spiritual thing. Do you understand? And it's also a physical thing because the spirit realm is what controls the physical. How is it spiritual? Is it spiritual because just like I said, is actually the spiritual realm that controls the physical realm, and you are not the one that created yourself. You are being created for that purpose. And some of the things we intend to neglect just as a person is something that we need just should I say still as a person to grow ourselves. Is also for you because there are people might want to hurt you, to hurt you. Do you understand? But if you don't have that composure to actually engage yourself with them because of that low self-confidence, do you understand? This is where it becomes an advantage them because of that low self-confidence. Do you understand? This is where it becomes an advantage to you. You might end up not falling for their antics. Do you understand? Yes, that's how it is. So, on the disadvantage of it is that you go have serious health issues. If it's as a problem, not be, do you understand what I'm saying? If this thing as a problem is not being attended to, that's what I'm just saying to you. If your low self motivation just being as a problem is not really attended to you, it could make you to have serious psychological issues. I'm talking about proper, like perfect health issues. That's the disadvantage of you having a low self motivation. Now, the advantage of it is that you engage less with distorted people, because these distorted people are many, there are just many too many persons that are living in our society. You understand? That don't understand what life is all about. Life is not all about culture, it's not all about pop, it's not all about ethnicity. Do you understand that ethnicity aspect? The ethnicity aspect is the most detrimental and most delicate aspect that many people intend to neglect just not to pay attention to life. Do you understand? It's not about you being an African American, or you being African, or you being a European American, or all of that. Life is beyond that. Life is all about you connecting yourself to your purpose, which is the spiritual aspect, and you using that as a tool to face physical problems. Do you understand what I'm saying? So somebody that is actually coming to destroy you, if you have a low self motivation, the person might end up not doing that. That's your advantage. Your disadvantage is that it could affect your health. You understand, beyond your imagination. So it is even more advised that you having these problems, you understand, you have to be very, very smart about it. Now, how could you be smart about it? You have to look for a therapist near you or near your environment, or hook up to my live sections from time to time, which I'll be having these live sections as usual. But for now, I want us to deal on therapy section. Let's come across to talk about problems that we are dealing with, be it whether it's financial or work related. Let's come and build minds together and see how we can solve our problems. Like I said, whether it's physical, it's spiritual, whether it's psychological, strictly psychological, you will actually have it. You actually have me to have that conversation with you, so that we can actually um, build something that is very, 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 very prestigious. Do you understand? Something that can actually be of help to only just over the years to build these things because of your ignorance, or should I say naive, about how to go about them. To start up to book a therapy section for a day, do you know how much? We're talking about millions. You're having it live. I'm keeping this therapy section. I will do it until it gets to part 10 or 15 or 20, because I want to heal the world. The purpose of why we're here, late Michael Jackson said, we are here to heal the world. We are here to make the world a better. Late Michael Jackson said, we are here to heal the world. We are here to make the world a better place for every human race. Exactly how it's supposed to be. Do you understand? So this therapy session, I'm going to have it for a very long time. I'll be coming in week to week to week to week, just to engage people on how to solve spiritual or physical. Please bring it in. Anytime my live is on, just dive in. Just what we'll be having for at least a month or two. Do you understand? And whereby you're diving to my live to, to, should I say, to talk about this therapy section, or to engage with this therapy section, just know that whatever you're bringing in, there's a solution for your problems. So feel free to drop in your problems and let's build together. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I'll be having this therapy section for should I say, for 60 days, which is for 2 months. So feel free to come in, drop in your problems, and trust me, there's a solution to your problem. I'm not asking you for any money. I'm not asking you to engage, like to subscribe or like or comment or share. I'm not asking you for any of that. If you want to do it, that is self to you. Do you understand? It's entitled to you to do it on your own. I'm not trying to tell you I'm creating this therapy section because of how YouTube is. Because when you do lives like this, you're doing it so that you can have more likes, more subscribers, more this, more that. But I'm not asking you for that. If you want to do it, it's up to you to do that. Do you understand? Which I'm not stopping you from doing it. But I'm not creating this life for that purpose. If you want to do it, just do it out of love, because you want to do it. And if you feel like you have something to support me with, like I said earlier, my WhatsApp number is on my YouTube status. Go there, take it and DM me, and then we can have a conversation. We don't need to put anything here so as not to disturb my channel, or possibly to abuse the should I say, the community standard and rules of YouTube. You understand? I don't want to have my account being violated in the process of abusing it. So feel free to engage with me through my WhatsApp number on my YouTube status. Um, Also, like I said earlier, any problem you have, there is a solution for it. As far as this therapy session is ongoing, thank you and God bless. I pray that God gives you an opportunity to grow your mind, to build yourself, to be prepared for life, the spiritual, physical warfares of this world, and grow yourself as well. In the process of doing that, also I pray that the grace that is abounding on you actually gets to your loved ones and family, and also to your neighbors. You also share them to wherever you step your foot as a child of God, so that people can feel this blessing and grace that has been given to you through your salvation. Also, aside that, least I forget. Um, uh, I also I also pray that you have the level of love in your heart. You understand what I'm saying? To engage other people, you understand, with their problems, to help support other people with their problems. Problems. Okay. Thank you and God bless. Okay. Thank you and God bless. No 100. They won't vote. Yeah, 0 then no 100 then. It's not 2 votes. That's one. They don't have any problems now. That's why they didn't write anything and they said no.